my beautiful followers, wherever you are in this big, fine, wonderful world of ours. Well, the time has come to take on one of the hottest peppers in the world. Some say it is hotter than the Carolina Reaper, and some say that it's not. And I've even heard that it can go up to 2.5 Scoville units, but I don't know what's true. The only thing I know that it's an aggressive hot pepper that builds and builds and builds and builds. So we'll be in for a real treat. I don't know which strain this one is, but here it is. This Chocolate Beauty. Very small pod, but it's the biggest pod on the plant, and I have like 10 more growing and ripening up as we speak. So this little beauty I will take on right about now. Wish me luck. So I'm pretty excited, but at the same time pretty nervous too. I've heard so much about this super hot Chocolate Bhutlah, so I don't know what to expect or what to think about it, but it's gonna be hot, and I love hot, but I don't love cap cramps, so please don't give me any cap cramps. Understand? Well, here it is, all gnarly and good looking. Well, no retreat, no surrender. Let's open it up. Yeah. I don't know if you can see on the blade. Lots of capsaicin oil. Well, before, some coffee. Let's open this beauty up. I have one little pod growing on the plant that it has been isolated, so oh my god, look at that. It's pretty oily. It's like smaller lakes in there. So if you hear some buzzing, it's the engine of a motorbike. The oldest son is going to work riding his, I don't know the brand, but it's a motorbike. Okay. Yep. It smells pretty good. Kind of fruity, but it really has that Chinense super hot smell too. Well, with no further ado, Chocolate Bhutlah, Mickes äventyr. Let's have it. Well, pretty feisty. The heat came right away. It builds and builds and builds as I munched. Pretty good pod, kind of fruity, a little bitter, but real good tasting pod. Heat wise, yeah, it builds. Yeah, it's still building. My lower lip is on fire. The whole tongue is literally on fire. It has started migrating down back the throat. Difficulties talking. This one is an extremely hot pepper, but if it's hotter than the golden primotale, I don't know yet. If it's hotter than the Carolina Reaper, difficult to say. But this one is still building. But I've heard that this Chocolate Bhutlah is pretty aggressive. I don't find it that way. I find it very smooth heat. I can tell you this, that this strain of the Chocolate Bhutlah is not hotter than the Seidan's Tail. It's not hotter than the Golden Primotale, but it can be hotter than the Carolina Reaper. For me, heat-wise, this is a 3. And I believe it has peaked. Still fire down here. Some blistering on the tongue. The lower lip. I have no heat left there. Little running nose. Very good aftertaste. Pretty kind hot pepper for being that hot. Very soft to chew. Easy to swallow. Wasn't that big pod. Thin walls. A good taste, but it is declining more and more. So it was not a pod that builds and builds and builds and builds. It did just build and build once again, and made my mouth burn and had a blast going down the throat to lit it up and burn it and burn it and burn it, so it felt like eruption of a volcano back of my throat. Wow. Now, pretty nice hot pepper. I do hope to get hold of the SM strain, I believe it is. So, yeah, the show must go on. Now you've seen me hit the Chocolate Bhutlah and Chili Viking, Spice Climber. The Chocolate Bhutlah is heading your way in a short while. Oh. And Spice Climber, you will get a Satan's Tail too. And I want to see you go live at Nukes, eating the whole pod. Nah, it's up to you. Well, I better end it here and go on feeding my Kratky some nutrients. So, in Heat I trust, take care out there and be safe. Good.